Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tekamah with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back here to the Blair Youth Sports Complex, ready for our championship game of this Blair Invitational. And once again, right on brand, Craig, we're joining you as the first pitch is being thrown home, and our first batter is Reese Behrens. She pops out to third base to start the ball game. It's Blair against Norris. Both teams 2-0 today here in the winners bracket. Norris now 6-2 on the season. The Bears are 8-2 on the season. Pitcher for Blair is Abby Leggett. We saw her in game one against Omaha Mercy. It was Tatum Macklin in the second game against Elkhorn, and now Leggett back out there on the mound. And now she's dealing against the number 2 batter for Norris, Liv Mackey.
Yes, and Mackey comes in batting .625 with 8 at-bats in this young season.
And that pitch misses high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mackey is the catcher for Norris. They defeated Cozad in their second game 10-0.
Wow, so they haven't really been tested yet then.
Well, if they have, they passed them all with flying colors. That ball is popped foul and just out of play by the Bears dugout. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And, after a decent layoff, you'd think that the Bears would definitely be fresh.
Yeah, Blair had plenty of time. They defeated Elkhorn in 7 innings, but a game that went rather quickly. And, of course, as this pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3, and Leggett records her first strikeout of the game. It's the second out. Blair started an hour before Norris on their side of the bracket, so the Bears had a little extra time to wait. I don't know if that benefits Blair or Norris. Of course, Norris won maybe 30 minutes ago and had to come right over here and get ready to play this game. So we'll see if that factors. Number 3 batter in the lineup for Norris is number 16, Myra Carlo. She takes the first pitch low for ball 1. She's their starting first baseman. With 2 outs here in the top of the first, trying to see if she can get something started for the Norris offense. This is hit down the line. That is going to be a fair ball just over the third baseline. Ball's thrown in quickly there by the Bears left fielder London Larson, but Carlo with a double.
Yeah, she hit that one on a rope right over the third baseline, or the third base bag, excuse me. So no doubt that was a fair ball.
And with 2 outs, runner in scoring position now for Norris, and that will bring up Kinsey Seabrandt, their third baseman. Cleanup hitter swings and fouls this one right back to the screen. It's 0-1. The Bears sort of cruised through their first game against Mercy. 10-0 was the final score, 11-0 maybe. I'm not sure. I should have wrote it down. I think it was 10. Either way, they ruled the Monarchs, and then a much closer game. Good change up there from Leggett as she pulls the string, and Seabrandt's way out in front. It's 0-2. Much closer game against Elkhorn, a 4-3 final. The Bears get the win there, now looking to go 3-0 and win their own invitational.
Right.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just outside, ball 1. The wind, by the way, has freshened just a little bit. It's certainly not uncomfortable, but I would spend some time in the outfield in between games, and the breeze, Craig, you can really feel it out there if something gets up into the wind. Certainly an opportunity to see some home runs this game.
Well, especially on this field, right? It's blowing out.
Exactly, straight at their back. The 1-2 pitch missed, by the way, and the count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Straight out to center field.
And in a weird, peeking ahead, Brian, in a weird way, Blair's going to end up playing Norris back-to-back, both here in Blair. Because Norris actually comes back here on Tuesday night. So it's just kind of interesting how that worked itself out.
It's a scheduled regular season game on September 2nd. Blair hosts Norris. So you're exactly right. They'll be right back here in about 3 days. Still 2-2, the count to Seabrandt. Change up, out in front, pops it up toward the left side. Claire Anderson, the third baseman. Ooh, good thing she had that helping hand up there as that ball had some nasty spin on it. Into her glove, started to spin out. She barehanded it. Out number 3 is recorded. Maybe not as easily as the Bears would have liked, but they'll strand a runner at second, and we head to the bottom of the inning. Still 0-0. Bears coming to bat here on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back to the Blair Youth Sports Complex on BSDN Live. Lineup for the Bears here in game number 3 will look very similar to what we've seen so far this morning. Lainey Brown, the center fielder, followed by Mia McLean. She'll play second. Caitlin O'Neill, the shortstop. Reagan Blattert, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. Then it's J.C. Sheet, the catcher, followed by Emmy Hall. Taylor Munger will be the designated player. She bats 7th. Abby Leggett, the pitcher, hits 8th. London Larson will play left field. She bats 9th. And Claire Anderson will play third base. She's the flex player. Lainey Brown will get us started. First pitch is high for ball 1.
Wow, and this pitcher, number 3, that'd be...
Sorry, that's my fault. Embry Bednar, thank you very much. Should have given you that name earlier.
Didn't mean to call you out on it.
It's okay.
Boy, she's definitely got some speed. Holy cow.
Bednar is a senior, right-handed thrower for Norris. Brown is even in the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Leading things off here for the Bears. Ooh, pretty good pitch there by Bednar. Must have been off the plate a little bit. It's now 2-1.
And interesting, so according to Max Preps anyway, Brown comes in with a batting average of .552.
It's updating as the games go on, I guess, because she was hitting over 600 when we started the morning, was she not?
Yep, for sure.
Takes that pitch inside. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike, so a great opportunity here for Lainey to set the table for the rest of her offense here in this first inning. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Bednar. It's off the plate, called ball 4.
The Norris faithful didn't agree with the home plate umpire's call right there.
Yeah, the angle that we're at, unfortunately, it's hard to tell if that ball is inside or outside. Obviously, that was the case with that pitch. So that will bring up Mia McLean, the Bears' second baseman, with nobody out and a runner at first. And McLean lays down the bunt, charging from third. The throw is in time. Boy, nice play over there by Seabrandt, the third baseman. Maybe an even better play by Myra Carlo, the first baseman, to reach up and make sure she caught that one and kept her foot on the base. Good bunt by McLean. She's retired, and Lainey Brown moves to second.
Yeah, that was just a good play all the way around. In that good bunt, Norris fielded it cleanly and got the out. But now you've got a runner in scoring position for Caitlin O'Neill.
O'Neill, the shortstop, and the number 3 batter for the Bears. Takes the first pitch for a call, strike 1. So far, early on in this game, Bednar has been, I know that she walked Brown, but all of the pitches were right around the strike zone, so she's been living near the zone. See if the Bears hitters start to be a little more aggressive. That pitch comes inside and actually hits O'Neill. I'm only chuckling because I just made a comment about how accurate Bednar had been, and then she hits the next pitch hits the batter.
You see Lainey went to third, and I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't seem quite right.
Well, there's no harm in trying, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They did send her back to second base, so Brown's at second, O'Neill's at first on the hit by pitch. It's the cleanup batter at the plate now for the Bears. It's Reagan Blattert, their first baseman. You can actually probably hear a little bit of the wind in our microphones. A big cut there by Blattert, but she comes up empty. Counts 0-1. That was let me give my team a 3-run lead with a home run kind of a swing.
Right.
Blattert does have the ability and the power to do so, so I'm not faulting her. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and in this spot, if you can just get some good contact.
Fouled that one off as Bednar does a good job coming in on her hands. Makes the count 0-2.
So, Brian, any big Labor Day plans?
After today, my schedule is clear. What about you?
Nice. We are headed off to my folks after this. They live over in Panora, Iowa, on Lake Panorama.
Okay.
And so, going to spend some time at the lake. Now, tomorrow doesn't look very promising weather-wise.
Nope. Maybe Monday will turn out for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully the weather holds. Here's the 0-2 pitch again, and that's going to get past the catcher. Both runners will move up one base as Liv Mackey reached as far as she could, but it was just out of the reach of her glove. Blatter now has a 1-2 count with runners at second and third. One away here in the bottom of the first, 0-0 the score. And another rise ball that Blatter lays off.
Yeah, now the count goes to 2-2.
Yep.
Big spot right here.
See if they come back into the zone and if Reagan is ready for it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Bednar. Popped up on the infield toward the right side. Camping under it and making the catch is the second baseman, Ava Schmutt. And Blatter is retired harmlessly there on the infield. There are now 2 away. And it'll be up to J.C. Sheath, the Bears catcher.
And so Sheath, her batting average coming into today's game is .333. Let's see if she can't boost that average right here.
JC's done a nice job at the plate so far today. First pitch is high and outside, ball 1. She started the scoring for the Bears in the game against Mercy with a solo home run. Also did a nice job last game as well against Elkhorn, where she scored 2 runs. Actually, her spot in the lineup scored 2 runs. One was her, and the other one I think was a courtesy runner, if I remember right. Swing and a miss there. Counts now even at ball and a strike.
Boy, and as fast as let's see, Carlo's pitching, or Bednar, excuse me, Bednar is pitching. It wouldn't take much for us to see a pass ball right here either.
Yeah, or even with the way the wind is blowing and the speed with which she's pitching as this one is fouled away. It's now 1-2. All you got to do is be able to square one up, and sometimes it's easier, sometimes, hit a home run against a faster pitcher than it is someone who might be throwing a little slower. This one is swung on and hit in the air to shallow left field. It's a base hit for Sheath. Both runners will come in to score. And it's a 2 RBI single for the Bears catcher.
That was awesome. That was a great piece of hitting right there, where she extended the bat, hit it right over the shortstop's outstretched glove, and got an RBI single. So nice job there by JC.
Bears lead it 2-0 on the hit from Sheath. And that'll bring up Emmy Hall, the Blair right fielder, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. First pitch called strike 1. Blair now in front, 2-0.
And it's, that's the fun part about this game, is it's the small little things that magnify over time.
Just a good piece of hitting by Sheath. Like you said, that pitch is low. Nice play behind the plate there by Mackey to keep that one in front of her, and it keeps Sheath at first base. Counts a ball and a strike now on Hall, the number 6 spot in the Blair batting order. And she swings and misses at a pitch up in the zone. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you can tell in a game like this, points are going to be at a premium. So nice of the Bears to get on the scoreboard first.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul tip, but into the glove of Mackey, and that's a strike. And that's strike 3. Hall goes down on strikes as the first victim, the first strikeout victim anyway, by Bednar. Wraps up the first inning. Blair does get 2 runs, however, and they will take a 2-0 lead into the top of the second when we come back on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tekamah with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, tax and business consultants.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live from the Blair Youth Sports Complex. Ryan Abrahams alongside Craig Houghton here in game number 3 of this Blair Invitational. The Bears 2-0, taking on Norris, who are also 2-0 today. Blair leads at 2-0 as we prepare for the top of the second. A lot of twos in there.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's looks like we're going to get this game in before the rain starts this weekend, so good deal.
Yeah, maybe that breeze coming in is just the start of that. That's a really good point. This pitch is lifted in the air toward the right side, drifting into shallow center field, and making the catch is Mia McLean. That will take care of Haley McMurray on one pitch and one out now here in the second.
So between last game and this game, that's got to at least be 4 or 5 times now where there's been a first pitch swing that's been popped out or ground out within the infield.
Yeah, we have seen some very aggressive batting from multiple teams here. There's another first pitch swing hit well into left, but London Larson drifts over and makes the catch for out number 2. And we saw against Elkhorn, Blair had 2 innings where Elkhorn went 3 up, 3 down, and each one lasted easily less than 5 minutes. It was up there swinging at the first pitch, maybe missing the first one, hitting the second one. Tatum Macklin was the benefactor in that last game. So far, Abby Leggett has thrown 2 pitches here in this second inning. There's the third one, but it's popped up and out of play. That was almost
a
1-2-3 pitch.
Yeah, for sure. Still got a chance for it to be a 1-2-3 inning.
100%. The batter, by the way, is Marley Pavelka. She's the center fielder, number 7 batter for Norris. It's a changeup that stays high. Pavelka lays off, makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
And what a beautiful setting. I'm just so thankful that the game was moved back. Thankful that Norris was able to give the game up, or willing to transfer it back, because otherwise that would have been a really long day for everybody.
Yeah, we talked about it in the first game. This beginning of this season, this tournament, of course, was supposed to be played at Blair. With the weather that happened, for a moment got moved to Norris. This ball is fouled away. The count stays at 1-2 with the damage that happened here at the sports complex. But repairs happened, I think, maybe ahead of schedule, and they announced earlier this week that this tournament would be moved back to Blair. So it's nice to have it here.
Absolutely.
That 1-2 pitch misses outside. It's 2-2 now on Pavelka.
And interestingly enough, Brian, I spoke to Jeremy Sullivan, who's a member of the Blair Youth Sports or Softball Association, and he mentioned that the poles, while they're straightened out, are still going to have to be replaced at some point, because they were bent in such a fashion that they're playable, but maybe not great for the long term. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do long term in fixing that, whether they go with nets, whether they stay with the chain link. Got lots of choices.
Absolutely. As a swing and a miss ends the top of the second. Nice job there by Leggett to stick with it. She gets her second strikeout of the ball game, sets Norris down in order in the top half of the second inning. We'll head to the bottom. Blair leads it 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, tax and business consultants. Turnkey Nerds. SEI Security Equipment, Inc. and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Bottom of the second inning. Bears lead it 2-0. They will send 7, 8, and 9 in their lineup up out there to face Bednar. First pitch to Taylor Munger is in there for a called strike. Munger, the designated player for the Bears.
And Taylor does such a nice job of seems to always make good contact. We'll see if she can do that right here, Brian.
Did a good job in the last game. This one is hit right back up the middle, past the glove of the pitcher, handled by the second baseman, and a nice job by Schmutt to pick it up. No hesitation to throw on to first is in time. Munger is retired for the first out. Has a brief discussion with her teammate Abby Leggett, who's the next batter coming up. Interested to know what tips Taylor might have given her. Abby steps into the plate with one out here in the second.
Oh.
And they come up and in. That hits her in the left shoulder. Luckily, it looks like she's all right as she shakes that arm heading down to first base. We'll see if the Bears maybe get a courtesy runner out there for her. Wouldn't be unheard of. She is the pitcher. That happens a lot. Looks like we will. It's going to be Taya Templer. So I have to imagine that Leggett will get perhaps some attention from Mark Quickle, the trainer for the Bears, just to make sure she's all right as she heads into that dugout. So that means Templer is now at first base as the courtesy runner.
Okay, and so a little bit of strategy here, Brian. You've got your the speedy Templar on first base. You've got your number 9 hitter up with one out. Do you bunt here?
I think with London Larson's ability, you probably do, because she's so fast that even if she puts down, and there's a foul ball bunt attempt, if she puts down a good enough bunt, it could be an infield single without too much problem. I think it was, I can't remember if it was her or McLean that laid down the bunt against Elkhorn. That was a beautiful bunt in between first and third and ended up being an infield single. So, but you're right, runs will be a premium here, so you want to try and get those runners over to second base as quickly as you can. Another bunt.
Oh, beautiful bunt. Look at
Nicely
that.
done. That's going to be a base hit. So we saw it earlier in the game against Elkhorn, a little bit of miscommunication. The bunt is a good one by Larson. The pitcher and the third baseman not on the same page about who would pick it up. Nobody did, and Larson legs out the single. And now we've got runners at first and second with one out.
And I don't know if you noticed that, Brian, but the ball seemed to have a little bit of a side spin, which kind of helped cause some confusion.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Lainey Brown is at the plate now for the Bears, so we're back to the top of the order. She drills this one through the right side. That'll be a base hit. We'll see if Templer can score from second. She turns without any hesitation. She'll score easily. Laney gets the RBI. It's a single. All the way from first to third is Larson, and the Bears have runners at the corners with one away, and they lead it 3-0.
Yeah, what a great piece of hitting there by Brown to really get that ball through the infield.
And now we've got Mia McLean at the plate. Had a sacrifice bunt back in the first. Ooh, that's a foul ball. It's going to go off the mask of our home plate umpire. Looks like he's all right. Sort of adjusts his mat and now joking with the catcher, so I think he's fine. That one just barely went off the bat of McLean above the glove of the catcher and right off of our umpire's mask.
You think that hurts?
Yes, regardless of how much padding, 2-3 inches of padding you have, and that's still, it's smart. I almost guarantee it.
I was going to say there's no way it couldn't.
Right. No balls and one strike to count. Time is called as a foul ball comes from the field behind us. Didn't land on our field, but it was enough to distract McLean and our home plate umpire enough, so they stepped out. Count is 0-1. One away, runners on the corners. McLean swings and misses. Brown will swipe second base without a throw. So now there are two in scoring position. And the Bears' second baseman with an opportunity to drive in a couple more.
Well, a good hit here scores two, so let's see what she can do. Oh.
She laid off that one, and it was high for ball one. McLean, one of those left-handed hitters that starts toward the back of the box and then shuffles her feet forward with every pitch. So it's kind of hard to tell what's the strike zone is moving apparently a little bit as she moves forward. Again, sliding forward, slaps that one. It's foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, and not only that, but you know, try to hit the ball when you're moving like that. That's a tall task.
100%. You're moving. The ball is moving. It takes a lot of coordination. 1 and 2 still to count. McLean lays off that one, and once again it's high. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And imagine you've got to make a split-second call when that ball's coming in, or whether you're going to swing or lay off it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Pitch is coming in pretty quickly. Ooh, lays off that one. Pretty
Wow.
good spot there. Must have been a little bit off of the plate. Count is full now. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on McLean. Runners at second and third with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Swings and fouls that one off. Count stays the same.
And that's what's so impressive about McLean is that she does such a nice job of battling and keeping the at-bat alive. With everything going on, she does a nice job fouling a bunch of pitches back until she gets one that she likes.
We'll try it again here. 3 and 2. Bednar gets the sign, the pitch. Once again, fouled away. You can tell it just takes great hand-eye coordination because you're right, Craig. Even some of those pitches that are a little bit high, McLean still able to slap at them and put the bat on the ball and make some kind of contact. It's amazing hand-eye coordination.
It's really impressive is what it is.
This one
There
is
you
laced
go.
back up the middle, base hit. Brown had to dodge around it, so she had to freeze out there for a moment out near short, so she'll have to hold at third. But Larson scores, and the Bears add another run. It's 4-0. McLean with the RBI, and she made it all the way out to second base thanks to the throw that came in. So the runners, Craig, the runners are still at second and third.
What a great piece of hitting there. And the thing I appreciate is even though Laney didn't score there, Mia was on her horse and got all the way back to second. So those hustle plays go a long ways to, just help add a run or add some, put some further stress on the offense or the defense, excuse me.
And it's really, it'll go perhaps unnoticed, but it's great base running by Brown because she waited until that ball got past her and didn't run into actually getting hit by the ball, which would have made a dead ball. She would have been out, and all of a sudden the inning would have totally fallen apart. So a lot of good things happening there for the Bears. Kyle McMurray, the head coach for Norris, out to visit with his ball club. He's back in the dugout. The Bears have runners at second and third, and they've got Caitlin O'Neill, their shortstop, at the plate. First pitch to O'Neill is outside, ball 1. Caitlin was hit by the pitch in her first at-bat. Ended up scoring on J.C. Sheath's 2 RBI single.
And the same is true for her, too, in that if you can just make some good contact and get one out to the outfield, you're minimum going to hopefully score 1 with the potential to score 2.
It's a good point. There's still only 1 away, so something in the air in the outfield more than likely will score the speedy Brown on a sacrifice. That one is fouled again, back to the screen. Count on O'Neill now is a ball and 2 strikes. Bears lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the second, but got 2 very big runners out there at second and third. They'd like to bring them home as well.
Boy, and if you could add some more insurance runs right here, that'd be huge.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit off the hands out there to second base, picked up. The throw is not going to be in time. O'Neill beats it out. Brown scores. McLean moves from second to third. Everybody is safe, and O'Neill gets the RBI. Bears again add to their lead. They've got runners at the corners. We may see a pitching change now as Kyle McMurray is headed out to the mound for the second time here in the inning, and that almost always means he has to make the change. We'll see what...
he's actually talking to the umpire.
Okay, sorry about that. I thought he was going to talk to his pitcher.
And I don't know, it almost felt like that ball just kind of died the moment it hit the ground without rolling. And so I don't know exactly what he's protesting here. But
excuse me, I think what he's arguing is that the runner impeded his shortstop from being able to come in and make a play. I think the runner at second base, who was McLean, almost like set a screen. From what he's trying to point out in his action he's making is that she almost screened the shortstop from being able to charge and make that play. So we'll okay, that was the case. I heard him say something about the runner needing to get out of the way of the fielder. So that was the argument. We're back ready to play. Runners at the corners. Reagan Blattert is the batter. The cleanup hitter for the Bears popped out to second in the first inning. Takes that pitch outside, ball one. O'Neill takes second base with a runner at third. She'll take the base without a throw. And again, the Bears have two in scoring position with one out. 5-0. Blair leads it here in the second. That pitch missed outside. Now it's 2-0.
And, because Blair has been so aggressive on the base pass, talk about consistent pressure, right? Where you've got second and third.
For the third batter in a row. I was about to say the same thing.
I beat you to it, Brian.
That doesn't surprise me all that much. 3 balls and no strikes now the count as that one misses off the plate, and Blattert is in a hitter's count here.
In a weird way, for Norris, it'd almost be easier if they walked her here to load the bases.
It's a really good point. I'm not sure if they'll take that strategy or not, but I tell you what, if you're Reagan Blattert with a now 3-1 count, 1 out and 2 in scoring position, you pick one pitch and one spot here, and if you get it, you hit it hard. If you don't, you fight the next pitch at a full count. There it is.
There you go. Look at that. She's going to score 2 here. Look at this.
That's a single into center, and you're exactly right. 2 runs will come in to score as McLean and O'Neill score. So Blattert picks up 2 RBIs on the single. The Bears have scored 5 in the inning. They lead at 7-0. And there's still only 1 out, and J.C. Sheath is headed to the plate.
Well, and especially doing that much damage this early starts to create some doubt in the mind of the Norris players.
That pitch is in the dirt. Blattert straight away from first base, but she's able to make it back. Nice play once again over there by Liv Mackey, the catcher. Scoops that one up and makes or rather keeps the runner at first base. Sheath is ahead in the count, a ball and no strikes. Bednar trying to work through this second inning. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Brian, do you think it's going to feel like deja vu come Tuesday with these two teams again?
Whichever team ends up losing this game, I guarantee you, is going to be looking forward to the game on Tuesday and wanting some revenge.
Absolutely.
The 1-1 pitch is high, and Sheath lays off.
So I noticed in talking to Martha that the game on Tuesday is going to be broadcast live on BSDN Live. Will your schedule allow you to be here with me?
I think so. It's a long ways away.
Okay.
I think so. That pitch is in there for a called strike, and Sheath is now even in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, it's always fun working with the voice of the Blair Bears.
It's fun to be with you too, Craig, that's for sure. The 2-2 pitch to Sheath with 1 out and a runner at first is popped up here behind home plate. Nice job that time by Mackey, the catcher. She ditches the mask, spins around, and makes the catch for out number 2. And so now with 2 outs, Emmy Hall will head to the plate. She is the 9th batter for Blair in the inning. It's been a very good offensive inning here for the Bears. First pitch to Hall is outside, ball 1. And she struck out in her first at bat back in the first.
Isn't it amazing how important having good control, throwing strikes is from a defensive perspective?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because if you get off the rails, look at that. There's a good hit.
Down the right field line. Is it fair? It is. So Hall will have to hold it first, but going from first to third successfully is going to be Reagan Blattert. And a nice job there by the Bears junior right fielder. We're going to get a pitching change, I think, now as McMurray is once again headed back out to the mound. So Hall is at first with the single. Blattert's at third. Runners at the corners. The batter is going to be Taylor Munger. But we're going to see what kind of defensive changes are coming here for Norris. Blair leading at 7-0 in the bottom of the second. There are 2 outs. And Munger will bat for the second time in the inning. And maybe we won't see a pitching change here. I perhaps have spoken too soon. We'll find out.
Oh, there they come.
Yeah, looks like we will. And number 9 maybe? Hold on, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, number 9.
And so it's Briley Twarling will be the new pitcher. She'll get some warm-up tosses. We'll step away while she does that. And we'll be back with the resumption of the second inning on BSDN Live. Yeah, welcome back here to BSDN Live. The new pitcher is Briley Twarling. She is a freshman and a lefty. She will face Taylor Munger, the number 7 hitter for the Bears. First pitch is in there for called strike 1. Runners at the corners with 2 outs still in the second inning.
Boy, another big spot because, boy, if you could score another run here, oh, shoot.
Chopped back to the pitcher. Twarling handles it easily. Munger grounds out, and that is the way that inning number 2 will end. But the Bears do some damage. They score 5 runs in the inning. They lead at 7-0. We'll step away, and we'll be back with the third on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tekamah with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds.
Welcome back here again to the Blair Youth Sports Complex. Top of the third inning. Bears lead it 7-0. 8-9-1 due up for Norris. Abby Leggett back out there on the mound for the Bears. She'll face Keelan Yelkin to start the inning. First pitch in there for a called strike 1.
And so let me ask, Brian, you think it takes a little bit of pressure off when you go out to pitch up 7-0 versus 2-0?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, probably good opportunity for Leggett to try to get back in that rhythm, kind of that zone we saw her in the second inning where she threw, like 7 pitches. That pitch missed low. Count is even now at 1-1. But you're right with that larger lead. This one is pulled foul out of play. Counts now a ball and 2 strikes. With that larger lead, the key now for Leggett is to keep the ball in the strike zone and let the defense for Blair, which has been really, really good all day, continue to do the work.
Absolutely. Yep, for sure. And they're going to make contact, but trust your defense.
Just missed. Good off-speed pitch there. Yelkin laid off, and it was off the outside part of the plate. Counts even now at 2-2.
Yeah, just don't give them any free bases.
That's the key, right? You got to make them work for everything that they get from this point out. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Change up that stays high. So just like we just talked about, probably the last thing on your checklist to take care of here is to lead off the inning with a walk after you just put up 5 runs. So we'll see if Leggett can find the zone here. She does. Good pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts for Leggett. Yelkin becomes the 3rd strikeout victim of the ball game. First out here in the top of the 3rd. That will bring up the left fielder, Leah Ozenbaugh.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed with how Leggett has had command of this game, right?
It's a good off-speed pitch to start the at-bat to Ozenbaugh. It's in there for a called strike 1. Yeah, and you're exactly right. Leggett, the senior right-handed pitcher, just has looked, going through this lineup through the first time, has really looked in control of everything. That pitch missed off the inside corner. Count is even now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, and the interesting part is, you know, I think Macklin's your number 1, but as Leggett continues to pitch like this.
This one is hit hard into left center. Bears will drift back, not far enough. That is into the bleachers in left center. The number 9 batter for Norris with a home run. Leah Ozenbaugh puts the Titans on the board.
You know what? Well, I should never talk, Brian. I think it may have just jinxed her.
Nah, it's okay. But that ball, that is no credit to the wind. That ball was hit hard in any kind of condition that probably is leaving the yard. Blair's lead has been trimmed. It's now 7-1.
Yep. But my point that I was trying to make is, at the end of the day, all that Abby can do is just keep pitching. And you know what? If she continues to have success, then she will get more and more opportunities.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And facing a team as good as Norris is a wonderful opportunity for her. We're back to the top of the order. Reese Behrens is the batter. She led off the game, by swinging at the first pitch she saw and popped out to third base. Here she takes that one out of the zone. It's 1-0. That pitch also missed. Count moves now to 2 balls and no strikes.
And Brian, it appears that Ohio State's going to knock off Texas in a matchup of what, top 3 rated teams?
I think it's 1 versus 3 in that one. Yep. Good pitch there. Behrens lays off. It's in there for a called strike. So Leggett catches the top of the zone. Counts now 2 balls and a strike on the designated player for Norris.
And I don't know about you, Brian, but it's always a good day when Texas loses.
Yeah, nothing bad about that in my opinion. Now it's 3-1.
All right, let's see if Abby can get back on track right here.
Behrens swings and pops this one out of play. That will move the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I agree with you, Craig. This seems like a very big at bat here. Bears definitely need the out. Don't want Norris to continue building momentum after you had seized all of it. Behrens again pops this one out of play. Same direction, just over the Bears dugout. Count stays the same. It's 3-2. The lead-off hitter for Norris, so they are right at the top of their lineup where you have to imagine all of their dangerous hitters are, although their number 9 batter just took a yard into left center.
Yeah, that was impressive, actually.
That one is hit hard into right center. And off to the fence on 1 hop. Hall will throw it in quickly, but it's a stand-up double for Behrens. And you had to believe, with all the talent in this Norris lineup, that a 7-run lead probably wouldn't be comfortable for very long. Nice job there by Barron. She gets the double, gets herself into scoring position. With one out, it will bring up Liv Mackey, the catcher. Mackey struck out in her first at bat. Good pitch from Leggett for called strike one. Runner out at second is Barons with one away. Bears up 7-1. She hits this one to third. Nice job there by Anderson. Checks the runner at second. And that ball's going to be thrown into left field. So they get the out at first. And then Blatter tried to throw behind the runner, Barons, who moved to third, and she overthrew. That was O'Neal that was covering third and hit all the way to the fence, and Barons took advantage. She comes in to score. So Mackey is retired 5-3 for out number 2, but Barons scores on the play. So now it's 2-7.
You know, that play or that throw wasn't necessary. I mean, the likelihood of getting the runner out at third was very, very small, and a lot of risk, as we just saw.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good coaching opportunity. It's a great way to put it, Craig. It's the risk versus the reward. You throw it over there, it's less than 5% chance that runner's probably going to round third base and try and score. If you would hang on to the throw, you'd have a runner at third. You'd still be up 7-1.
Right.
Pitch is in there for a strike. Myra Carlo is the batter. She's the first baseman for Norris.
And let's hope that one run doesn't count, or won't matter, but it's still a run that you gave up unnecessarily.
Carlo swings and misses. It's now 2-2. That's exactly the point. You hope that run doesn't come back to bite you, but to use it as a coaching opportunity in big games, those little things become magnified. Here's the 2-2. Change up just low. Carlo laid off. Umpire said it was out of the strike zone. Counts now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the number 3 batter in the Norris lineup.
We need Leggett's best pitch right here. There we go. There it was.
On and miss. Strike 3. So Leggett deals her second strikeout of the inning. It's the 4th of the game. Norris does get 2 runs in their top half of the third. Blair still leads it by 5. 7-2 is your score. We're back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security.
Welcome back here once again to BSDN Live. Bottom of the third, Blair leading Norris 7-2. Blair will have 8, 9, and 1 in their lineup out there to face the new pitcher who came on last inning, Briley Twarling. Came out and replaced Bednar and got Munger to ground right back to her to end the inning and stop the 5-run inning that Blair had put together, and now they'll try and do it again. Abby Leggett's the hitter. She takes the first pitch up, ball 1.
And, Brian, there's approximately 37 minutes remaining in this game. So don't know that we'll get through all 7 tonight or this afternoon.
It's a good point. Remember, we're playing a tournament style, and every game is on a 90-minute time limit. And that second inning, the bottom of the second that the Bears had, took quite a while. Leggett's up in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Tried to check her swing there. And they'll say that she did successfully as the home plate umpire appeals to first base, so now it's 3-0.
Yeah, I didn't think she went around there.
She was hit by the pitch in her last at bat. Takes that one in there for a called strike. Now it's 3-1. Hit by the pitch, she was replaced on the bases by Taya Templer, who eventually came around to score the first of 5 runs in the inning for the Bears. Now it's 3-1 as Leggett leads off the third. Takes that pitch high for ball 4, so she'll head down to first base. Let's see if they bring Templer out to run for her again. Remember last time Abby was hit in that left shoulder. Appears to be all right. And that is the case, so Templer is out there at first base. And that will bring up the number 9 batter for the Bears. It's London Larson.
So what do you do here? Do you bunt?
Well, we saw the same thing last time, right? She laid down a bunt and miscommunication between the first baseman and the pitcher. Nobody fielded it, and she was safe. Came around to score as well. That looks to be the case. It's a drag bunt.
Oh.
First baseman that time was not charging, so I wonder if Larson will pick up on that. As something down the first base line. It was foul, by the way. Something down that side could be advantageous for her. We saw the third baseman charging hard as well. Counts 0-1. Templer ready to run at first. We'll see if Larson bunts again. Swinging away this time. Lifts it foul up and out of play. Moves the count to 0-2. Now it becomes a lot more risky.
I was going to say, now she's going to have to swing away. And if you're Blair here, you want to work this count, or you want to work the pitcher, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That pitch is in the dirt. For the first time, it's now 1-2. The first time Larson, or rather Twarling, has seen Larson, so you're exactly right. See how deep you can get into the count here. London is certainly a capable hitter. She swings and misses at that one, and a good rise ball, and Larson goes down on strikes.
Yeah, that was probably ball 2 in that situation,
yeah.
But it's hard to lay off those high ones.
It's the first strikeout of the game for Twarling. It's the first out here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order, Lainey Brown. She's been on base twice. Scored both times. Takes that first pitch for a called strike 1. In the first inning, she walked and scored. Last inning, she singled, drove in a run and scored. Hits this one hard, right back up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Fielded cleanly by Pavelka, the center fielder, who gets it in quickly, but Brown has her second hit of the game. Templer moves from first to second, and the Bears have runners at first and second.
She wasn't happy about her average dropping below 600, Brian.
Well, we all were a little disappointed in her, weren't we?
Yeah.
The batter's now Mia McLean. She pulls the bat back at the bunt attempt. The pitch was high and out of the zone. It's 1-0.
Going 2 for 2 helps the average.
You know, I'm not really good at math, but I think you're right. That pitch is in the dirt. That's going to scoot away from Mackey, the catcher, and now McLean, who I think was going to give herself up with a bunt and move the runners, is going to have to change her mentality here now because she's got runners at second and third. She's got a 2-0 count and an opportunity to do a little bit of damage here for her ball club.
Yeah, I wonder if you still don't bunt her. Or at least have her slap and hit away.
I think you're right. Counts 3-0, and with her ability to make contact, I would agree with you, Craig. You probably have her maybe take a pitch here, which she did. It was in there for a called strike. But now on 3-1, it's Green Light City. Try and hit this back up the middle.
Now it comes on the big game.
Finally got Texas and Ohio State out of the way. We can watch the Cyclones.
That's right, baby.
Good change-up there. Very good change-up by Twarling. McLean laid off, and now it's a full count. Bears need some contact up here. Don't want to strand these runners out there in scoring position. Only one away here. That pitch is low, swung on and missed. Strike 3. It wasn't caught, however, and that's unfortunate for Norris because McLean was obviously running out of the box, so she strikes out but beats the, well, there was no throw. The pitch was in the dirt, and so she heads to first.
Yeah, that was just a fortunate mishandle for the Blair Bears because Mia should have been by all rights out.
Well, and now the bases are loaded, and it's Caitlin O'Neill at the plate. She takes the first pitch for a called strike one. She's been on base twice and has also scored twice. That pitch is high for ball one.
And in this situation, a walk is just as good as a hit.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, there are no free places to put her. That pitch is low, ball two. And you've got to be disciplined up there if you're O'Neill at the plate and understand the situation, right?
Absolutely. And you got one of your best hitters here in Caitlin O'Neill. Look at that.
Right
there
back
you go.
up the middle. That will score two, might score three, as McLean is digging around second. She'll have to hold at third, but it is a 2 RBI double for O'Neill. And the Bears get the 2 runs back that Norris scored in the top half of the inning.
Hey, look at this.
And
Iowa State. Sorry, I shouldn't mention that, but they just hit an 80-yard bomb.
I don't think you're allowed to broadcast the football game, Craig, on the basketball game. Or on the softball game, sorry.
I was going to say YouTube might get upset.
Yep, you're going to get us kicked off. The
That's
batter
right.
now is Reagan Blattert. She's down to the count 0-1. Runners at second and third, 2 runs across in the inning. Blattert swings and lifts this one high in the air to left. It is a fair ball. Great catch out there by Ozenbaugh. Both runners will advance after tagging up, and the Bears score another run. But a great, great catch by the Norris left fielder. Ooh. We are going to get an appeal on whether or not the Blair base runner tagged up.
Okay, so yeah, they're gonna convene.
Are they? I'm not sure if they're checking the runner from third or the runner from second. I have to tell you, I was watching the play out in left field, so I wasn't paying attention to the base runners.
And you know, the reality is he's probably checking the catcher or the runner at third versus the runner at second. So it's, you can appeal that, but the likelihood of getting anything is, I would argue, slim to none.
Yeah, the good news is we can go back and check the video later on, though. Bears have scored 3 runs here in the inning. The runner now at third base is O'Neill. So Blattert flies out, gets the RBI. The batter is J.C. Sheet. Counts now 1-1.
Hey, for all of my fellow Cyclones out there, Iowa State's now up 7-0 on South Dakota.
Sheet takes that pitch outside. Counts now
And
2 balls and a strike.
Brian, my wife says I can't multitask.
I'll talk to her.
Yeah, I was going to say.
She
There's
hits
a good
this one
hit.
hard into left. Ozenbaugh drifting
wow.
over, makes another good catch. 2 great plays by the left fielder from Norris in succession. The Bears do get 3 runs in the inning. They lead it by 8. It's 10-2 as we head to the top of the 4th. We'll step away for 60 seconds, and we'll be back on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Ready for the top of the fourth inning. Norris will have 4, 5, and 6 in their lineup out there to face Abby Leggett. Blair leading it by 8. It's 10-2. First pitch from Leggett is in there for a called strike. The batter is the third baseman, Kinsey Sebrandt.
And now again, with an 8-run lead, if you're Leggett, just pitch strikes.
It's the largest lead of the game for the Bears. They were up by 7 when they came out in the top of the third, and Norris scored twice. Sebrandt laid off the 0-1 pitch, and the count is even now at a ball and a strike. She popped out to third base to end the first inning. This one is lifted in the air toward the left side. That'll be a base hit as it drops down behind short and in front of London Larson, the left fielder. Larson stayed down for a moment. I think she's okay, maybe just laughing at herself at how she misplayed that ball on the ground. Don't appear to be any injuries out there. So it's a base hit, though, for Sebrandt, and that will bring up their shortstop, Haley McMurray. With nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. First pitch from Leggett in there for a called strike one. And as you said, Craig, the most important thing for Abby is to just pound that strike zone now and let the defense do the work behind you. The pitch is hit high in the air toward left. Larson will drift to her right, makes the catch over there in left center. The throw in, just a little bit high. It's still knocked down nicely by McLean, the second baseman. Out number 1 is in the books here in the fourth.
Yeah, and there's approximately 25 minutes left of this game. So if you're Blair, hey, take your time. You're not in a huge hurry in any stretch of the imagination.
Batter now is the second baseman, Ava Schmutt. Takes the first pitch. Up and away, ball 1. She flew out to left field in her first at bat. Was back in the second inning. Good pitch there. It's called strike 1. Quick throw from Sheet down to first base. Sebrandt dives back safely. Counts even now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and boy, the wind is still blowing out, but it hasn't been too big of a factor today.
No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. That pitch misses high for ball. It's now 2-1. Like we said, the 1 home run we saw from Ozenbaugh was
going to be a home run.
Gone anyway. No wind had nothing to do with that. 2 balls and a strike to count on Schmutt. Change up, ground ball to short, picked up by O'Neill. They get the first one, the throw to first.
Got
they
it.
Get the double play.
Hey, there we go.
What a play. That's a 6-4-3 double play. So rare in the game of softball because the bases are so close together, but the Bears do a nice job. O'Neill to McLean to Blattert, and just like that, the inning is over.
And the Norris faithful did not like that call, but that's not much they can do about it at this point.
Yep, I agree. So now the Bears will head to the bottom of the inning. They lead it by 8, 10-2. We're back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson & Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, tax and business consultants.
Back here to BSDN Live. We're ready for the bottom of the fourth. Emmy Hall will lead things off for Blair. They lead it by 8. It's 10-2. Hall will face Briley Twarling. First pitch is high for ball one. So Hall will be the last Blair batter that Twarling has not seen yet. Twarling, excuse me. Remember, she came on to face Munger back in the second, and Munger is on deck. That ball is grounded just foul by Emmy. So the count's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Blair has 10 runs. They scored 2 in the first, 5 in the second, and 3 in the third.
And Brian, I'm not sure exactly how this works, but if they were to not score here and then go to the 5th inning, I think, is it 8 after 5?
I believe so, but don't quote me on that. That pitch misses outside for a ball. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. See if Hall can get things started here for the Bears. 2 runs here in this inning and it would be over. That pitch misses high, ball 4. So it's the right way to get things started. Runner down to first base. That'll be the second walk issued by Twarling. And the batter will be the designated player, Taylor Munger. That pitch is low. It's going to scoop past the catcher. Hall will hurry down to second base. She's in there safely on the pass ball. And so now the Bears have a runner in scoring position. Also, more importantly, the force is eliminated at second base.
Absolutely.
And Munger's ahead in the count of the ball and no strikes. Ooh, a foul ball that went off of the catcher, Liv Mackey. Actually, I think it hit her in the chest protector, which is really best case scenario. Something like that could, go off of an arm or something like that where you don't have any protection. But looks like that one went off of, she's kind of rubbing her stomach there. But smart move by Coach McMurray as he's going to get her up, walk her around a little bit, make sure she is all right. And that's, of course, the most important thing here in this situation.
Absolutely. It's a good piece of coaching right there to give her a second, because you know that had to hurt.
Yep. And then the last thing you want is to throw another pitch when she's not ready.
Right.
Looks like she's going to be all right. Home plate umpire out to check on her as well, so that's great to see. Liv Mackey with a short walk down to first base. Now she's back and she is ready to go. The Bears have a runner at second. Sorry about that, Craig. A runner at second that counts a ball and a strike.
And that's also why they wear protective gear, right? So good thing she had that on.
That pitch missed low. It's ball 2. Yeah, that's a great point.
It still hurts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but hopefully hurts less.
That's right. The 2-1 pitch now to Munger. Ripped back up the middle. Off of the leg of the pitcher. Munger hustles down to first. She's going to get in there safely. That's the second time today that she's hit one right back up the middle off of an opposing pitcher. She did the same thing against, I believe it was Elkhorn. And we're going to, yes, absolutely get another visit to go out there and check on Briley Twarling. Looked like maybe it hit her in the right thigh. Hopefully above the knee.
Ouch.
Hall got safely to third. Munger beat the play to first base. It was actually a really nice heads-up play by Carlo, the first baseman. The ball bounced all the way over to her. She picked it up and tried to beat Taylor to first base, but Munger hustled down there and beat her to it. So the Bears will have runners at first and third with nobody out when we resume play here, and Abby Leggett will be the batter. I wonder if they'll give Twarling perhaps a couple of warm-up tosses just to make sure her leg is okay. I hope that is the case.
Boy, this last 5 minutes has been rough.
It's been pretty brutal, and they are going to give some warm-up tosses to Briley Twarling, and just a freshman out there, as like I said earlier, hard-throwing lefty. Good to see that she's able to stay in the game. She really has done a nice job after coming on in relief of Bednar. Now she's ready to go. Runners at the corners. As I mentioned just a moment ago, the batter is Abby Leggett. She's been on base twice, once with a hit by pitch and once with a walk. Leggett swings at this one and fouls it right back off the screen. Counts 0-1. Opportunity here for the Bears pitcher to extend Blair's lead. They lead it 10-2 for the moment. Pitch is outside. Ball 1. Counts even now at a ball and a strike. Leggett, the number 8 batter in the Blair lineup. Swings and misses at that pitch, and the count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Twarling trying to keep the Bears off of the scoreboard here in this 4th inning. That pitch is low, but chopped toward the right side. Nice job there by Leggett. She moves both runners over. She gets the RBI as Hall comes in to score. And Munger, with good base running, gets herself to second base. And like you said, a nice job there by Leggett. That pitch was a changeup, probably out of the zone. Leggett did a good job hitting it to the right side. She's thrown out, but she gets the RBI, and it's now 11-2. And the batter is the number 9 hitter, London Larson. The left fielder for the Bears.
So if she gets a hit here, this game could be over.
Larson's going to lay down the bunt as a foul ball. And you can see that Twarling is kind of trying to ask the officials, hey, didn't that ball hit her off the foot while she was running down the baseline? And it's exactly the way that the game against Elkhorn ended, where Blair was the beneficiary of it. They say that's not the case. It's a foul ball. Larson's back in the box. She swings at this one and lifts it in the air to right. Underneath it and making the catch is Yelkin. And it's not deep enough for Munger to tag. So Larson is retired for out number 2. And now, if the Bears are going to end it here in 4, it's up to Lainey Brown.
Yep. Hit here, I don't know. It depends on where it was hit to, I think, depending whether Munger would be able to score from second.
That's exactly right. Brown been on base 3 times. She's 2 for 2 with a walk. She's scored all 3 times as well. Good production out of the leadoff spot here in this 3rd game. Laney takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Change up and Brown out in front of it. Great pitch there by Twarling. Laney with the swing and the miss. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, because by my count, if she were to get on base here, that'd put her 3 for 3 for the day, or for this game anyway.
Hits this one toward the left side. It's off of the glove of the 3rd baseman, and Brown is going to reach safely. Now it depends on how you score that one. If it's an error, then...
Hey, let's give her the hit.
We're not the official book, so we absolutely can do that. Laney reaches base safely. Munger is able to go from second to third on the play. So she's down there at third. Brown is at first. Mia McLean is the batter. 2 outs, runners at the corners here in the 4th. A base hit, anything into the outfield here by McLean would end the game. First pitch is high, ball 1. Brown hustles down to second base. If nothing else, it takes away, like we said earlier, the force at second if a ball would be hit up the middle or to the shortstop. McLean's ahead in the count, 1-0. And now it's a ball and a strike.
And that just continues to add to Brown's stolen base stats, right? I think she was the leader coming in, and I know she's still a couple today.
She's had a few of them today as well. That pitch bounced in the dirt. Nice job by Mackey to block that one. Kept it in front. It's 2-1. McLean struck out in her first at bat, but remember the pitch was dropped and she ended up reaching first base and came around to score later in the inning. That pitch is high. It's ball 3.
So 3-1 here. Are you having her swing away, or are you going to have her take?
Yeah, they're not going to get a chance. They will walk her intentionally with 2 outs. Probably, it's an okay move, but it's not like you made things any easier as you bring Caitlin O'Neill to the plate. So an intentional walk. McLean goes down to first. The bases are loaded. Caitlin O'Neill, who is 2 for 2 as well, was hit by a pitch, has a single and double in this game. Is up there right now with the bases loaded. And 2 outs. First pitch is low, ball 1. Bases are loaded, and the Bears lead at 11-2. Twarling gets the sign from the dugout, checks her wristband, and the pitch. Good spot, swung on and missed, strike 1.
So, Brian, we can either have one of 3 things. Either a walk, the game's over. A hit, the game is over. Or she gets out, and then we would continue.
Exactly right. That was swung on and hit toward the left side. It's off of the glove of the shortstop into left field. That'll be a base hit, and Munger comes in to score. The Bears get the 2 runs they need here in the 4th, and they will get a 12-2 victory over the Norris Titans. Blair goes 3-0 in their invitational. They defeat Norris here to win it. It's been a really successful game here, I think, for the Bears. They beat Mercy, they beat Elkhorn, and then they beat Norris. So, and as you said, Craig, they're going to see Norris here in their next game on Tuesday. So we'll be right back here. Hopefully all of us will be right back here on Tuesday along with you. Big thanks to you, Craig, for being here. Big thanks to Martha and Kelly for setting everything up and running all the difficult tech stuff. Make my job much, much easier. Thanks to all of you for listening, and thanks to our sponsors as well. But that's going to do it for us here. We'll say so long from the Blair Youth Sports Complex, and we will see you next week.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.